Previously in part 5, Harry and Torben sabotaged the pool so we could have an early departure from the lower Ord. We followed Benny towards Spring Creek. On the way, Benny got severely bogged and took on a lot of water.
Yeah, I got water coming in!
After saving Benny and his troopy, he took us to Spring Creek, where Benny yet again raised the bar. A beautiful swimming hole on probably one of the best days, 27 degrees. After splashing around for quite a while, we went and caught up with another mate, Nav, the Australian cowboy, where Harry cooked up some cowboy steaks. And here we are right now on Nav's property, about to launch boats and check out the upper Ord River. It's shaping out to be a beautiful day, but something very bad is going to happen.
This is Western Australia.
Look at that. Woo.
How awesome is this? Welcome to Carlton Gorge.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the upper Ord River. We're at Nav's place, the Australian cowboy, also known as the Australian cowboy. And this is the upper Ord, full of freshwater crocodiles. The plan today is getting 2, 3 or 4 boats. We're going to launch them from this property, take them up the upper Ord. Just got to get everyone else up and get everyone motivated and moving. Today should be a pretty interesting day. Time to exit your eco lodge, mate.
Are we packing up or are we just leaving everything?
Leaving everything here. That's the cool part about launching the boats here. It'll be sweet as, mate. Sweet as. I wonder if Mr. Harry has a bit of a headache today. Oh, you know what?
Wake him up.
I think he is awake. He's just pretending to be asleep. Last night, because we got the same bloody swag, right? He was fossing around, closed all that up, and then he tried to open my swag to put something in it. And I was like, "Oi, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, man.
Wrong swag. Easily mistaken.
He's lucky I was awake. You know you literally climbed into my swag last night?
Yeah, I know. I actually did. Bloody crash pads all looking dark after a few beers.
With the size of Harry's hangover this morning, he was going to have a lot of cold brew so he could go from the Walking Dead to the living. Meanwhile, Benny and Torbs are heading off to pick up 2 boats, and I'm catching up with Nav this morning to bring down the 3rd boat. We picked up the 3rd boat. Well, this is the 1st boat. Still waiting for the other 2 boats. So we got Nav here. You would have met him last night. How you going this morning, mate?
Yeah, good. Pretty excited to get in the water here.
Yeah.
Get some wakeboarding and get some fishing done.
Fishing, wakeboarding, kneeboarding.
Bit of
Exploring. Yeah, we're good, man. Let's not forget, we're in the Kimberley at the hottest possible time of the year. It is stinking hot this morning, and that aluminium boat is red hot to touch.
I broke my brother-in-law's wakeboard.
Now time to break this one.
Works?
No.
Oh, that's so good.
Welcome to the Kimberley Australia.
There's nothing better than watching Ronny suffer.
I can't wait to get in the water.
I think your hot water alarm's going to go off shortly.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop laughing.
This is a cluster fig, and this is a cluster. Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, you got it in.
Got it in. Thank you.
After snapping the tow rope once and then the handle, it was time for the board to give way.
Bloody bloke broken already, mate.
I know, mate. Sorry, guys.
About that same time, the rest of the crew rocked up and we were ready to rock and roll. But Nav, I'm sorry about your board, mate. I'll owe you a couple of beers.
Rightio, guys. There's a lot going on here. I'm going to be in Nav's boat today.
We're going to head out up to some of my good favourite spots up the Ord River, so show the boys around.
There's no salties though here, is there?
Wow.
That we know of.
That we know of.
That we know
They
of.
say there's none, but
We've spent wakeboarding before, so hopefully it's not. Speaking of which, bit of croc spotting. We may be lucky. We got Danny in the boat over there with the burgundy roof on, Bimney, and we also got Harry in our boat. So we're doing a bit of aerial stuff to see if we can spot some freshwater crocs, just like we did the other day. We spotted salties. And we got old Torbs there trying to do a Titanic on the end there of Benny's boat. How you going, boys?
Hey! Yoo-hoo! Woo! Top of the world!
romantic.
Alright, I reckon it's time to go. Mate, how's your backyard?
It's lovely, eh?
How
What a sight. Wake up to this every morning.
What an absolute stunning part of the world, and a great excuse or reason to own a boat. Pick one, because both will work right here. This is amazing.
Dude, I gotta say, pretty envious of your backyard.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it? It's
Especially having a river like this in your backyard.
God's country, especially when these days everyone's struggling to find water, and you got this massive supply washing straight into the ocean. Like you got so many people struggling, especially in New South Wales, Victoria at the moment in drought.
Yeah, that's true.
You got this, like you really do start to appreciate it, eh? All fresh water. You got the dam, the diversion dam down there, and then this all comes out of Lake Argyle.
Oh, it's from Lake
This all
Argyle.
comes out of Lake Argyle.
That's like the biggest body of water inland, right?
That's it. I think it's the largest man-made lake in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Man-made lake, yeah. It is just a ridiculous amount of water.
So how big is your backyard?
So my little block just back there is about 60 acres. So it's more of a
That's pretty big, man. For someone from Perth, that's pretty damn big.
Well, up here, most stations or cattle stations are dealing with 1 million to 2 or 3 million acre cattle stations. So huge properties. This here is just like a base camp. So during the wet season, we bring all our equipment in, the horses, things we want to look after. You bring them in here so they're not left out there in the wet. when you can't get to them, it's too wet. So
Okay, so it's like they have a bit of off time.
yeah, that's it. And all the ringers come in because the ringers can't stay out there, so they'll come in here and camp up the wet season, fix stuff, all the stuff we break over the dry season. Yeah.
So maintenance time and what is it? 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, 3 or 4 months. Yeah, from November all the way until pretty much March.
Okay.
Depending on the dry season, wet season, sorry.
So you're probably expecting rain by the time we leave here. And
Basically,
head back to Perth.
Yep. The time you get it here should start pouring in.
Like, just for our audience, especially our overseas audience.
Yep.
Just explain to them what a ringer is.
Right. So a ringer is like the American version of a cowboy, Australian version of a cowboy. So over there, you guys or Americans will call them cowboys. Over here, they're ringers. They start off as jackaroos. Many of you would have heard jackaroos. That's like the beginner version.
Like the greenhorn.
Or the greenhorn, or like a jillaroo. That's the lady version. And then once they get their trade or get experience with cattle, then they'll go into being a ringer. And then from there, you go into being a head stockman and so on. But it's just a cowboy basically.
Yeah.
An Aussie way of saying it.
The Ocker way.
The Ocker
being
way.
a cowboy.
The Ocker
ringer.
way. So yeah, that's what I do. Being a ringer.
It sounds pretty exciting, man.
It is. It's a good lifestyle. So what I'll take you today is we'll take you up to Carlton Gorge, which is a really nice spot up here. The spring flowing out of the mountains, the Rocky Mountains.
The Carlton Spring, eh?
Yeah, Carlton Spring.
Is that where Carlton United Brewery get their liquids from, or what?
It might be actually. You never know. It could be the secret spot for actually thinking of it.
Local jumping spot, eh?
Yeah, mate, we're all over it. All over it.
Oh, what, that one there?
It's small and a big one.
Looks like a pretty bloody good excuse to jump.
I'll kick those.
This is going to be so good. It is bloody hot in that boat. Getting double reflection of the water and aluminium. How's your legs, mate?
I'm going to be bit of mushrooms, and I reckon we got lightly roasted. There we go, medium well done.
What do you think, Ronny?
Bloody awesome, mate.
How good is that?
Sick, eh? How good is it?
How good is it?
The old saying, if you don't know knots, tie lots.
That's it, mate.
It works well with you, doesn't it?
It does, man.
That is not going anywhere.
That is going nowhere, man.
I mean, Ronny has accidentally done what we call a bull knot. Almost.
Accidentally?
Well, I mean, it's the beginning of a kind of knot we kind of use with just a lot less rope. Over there, dear.
Where are we jumping off here, man? Where are we jumping off from? Very nice one, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Over there. I like that one because you can stand right on the edge.
I like that one better. You jumped over before? No. My name's not Billy, but I am silly. Ready? Triple somersault pike. Woo! You mad bastard. That's not 5 metres, that's 10 metres. Wrong way down. Big horsey? Big horsey? Alright, keep it family friendly, boys. Oh, that was a slap in the arms. Long way down, man. Oh, right. I got the GoPro on the way down. Did you?
I think it's pretty obvious that Nav has jumped off this rock many times before.
That was a 7 out of 10.
Right now, it's all fun and games, but live in a moment. This is epic. Perfect conditions, nice heat, cold water, and the thrill of jumping off the rocks.
It is stinking hot. I'm glad I wore thongs on that one, eh? Oh, that was a slap on the feet. Oh, you wear thongs? Yeah, man. Yeah, you're okay. I've got a soft feet, mate.
But sometimes, in these conditions, you can push it too far. All the testosterone flowing around, and you want a bigger jump. You want to jump further out. You want to do something else that's more thrilling. With more thrills comes more risk. And there is a saying, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. I think we can all relate to this. This is a 20-meter jump. If you land incorrectly, things will go south very fast. Harry's splash was much more significant than Nav's. Nav did a pin drop. Harry had bent legs. His backside hit the water hard, and hitting water is like hitting concrete.
Yeah, we almost had to drag you in, but you kind of made it back by yourself.
Yeah, it actually hurt more getting dragged than swimming. But I can't sit up, can't really walk. Any kind of downwards pressure on my spine sucks. So, I don't know what we'll do. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Bait.
Yeah, bait.
We'll get you back.
Get a croc bait, we'll be right.
I think it might be a hospital visit, this one.
Yeah, it is a hospital visit, unfortunately. But you know, these things happen. I made a call to jump off it. I knew it was a risk. Didn't pay off, but you know, that's what happens. Not dead. It doesn't feel like I've done anything permanent. Just feels very bloody sore for now. So, you know, a 31-year-old man, I'm allowed to make stupid decisions occasionally, as long as I'm not endangering anyone else.
We don't think it's life-threatening, but it's not good.
I'll be right.
Yeah, Harry. Good luck, guys.
See you on the other side.
Harry's in good hands. He has Torben and Danny with him. Danny knows how to get him to safety the fastest way possible. Now for the rest of us, there's no point in all of us going, but despite that, there are mixed emotions. Is he going to be alright? We don't know. He doesn't even know.
He hit his straight in his coccyx, just hit his legs were a bit bent, and you see it hit in, and that's where all the force was straight onto his lower back.
He said it feels like it's been, pushed up. Like
It'll just swell now for a bit, and then you'll have that. It'll get worse as it goes on. That's the problem, because it swells, so it gets worse as it goes on.
because the muscles around it all
exactly right.
They'll be
Contract
spasming up.
Exactly
Protect it,
Yep, poor bugger.
They'll all be in spasm. I reckon he might actually be alright, but
We'll laugh at him tomorrow.
Yeah.
I reckon.
What's the
So who's cooking then? Who can cook?
I
I can start a fire.
we'll have to cook for Harry.
bacon and eggs?
Bacon and eggs. Done.
We've left Harry's wall, Harry's jump wall.
Harry's jump wall.
We haven't heard from him yet. We're going to ring him pretty soon on the sat, see how they're going. We're now on our way to Carlton Gorge, and we're going to speed back and visit Harry in hospital if he's there, or we'll see how he's going. Hopefully once the swelling goes down, he should be right, but we don't know. We don't know. So the rest of the boys are with him, they're looking after him. There's not much else we can do. So off to Carlton Gorge, and I guess part of the adventure is the risk as well, you know.
Yeah.
jumping off walls. I mean,
Yeah, that's right. No,
You know?
Australian.
you can wrap yourself up in cotton wool.
There's going to be all sorts of things you're going to do just for fun, and any accident could happen, even just as slipping on a rock, you know.
Yeah,
So
tipping over in a
he's
boat.
now got a good story to tell. He'll tell his grandkids, hey, remember that time that I jumped off that wall? that wall?
Whilst on the way to Kununurra on a mercy dash, the boys kept their spirits up, and more importantly, kept Harry's spirits up. As for the rest of us, the end of the Kimberley trip was almost there. We'd almost reached the last and final destination. And in a way, it felt like a bit of a torch relay because 3 of us cannot be there. So it felt like the rest of us needed to get there for the sake of the whole group. And that's what we're doing now. We gotta finish this.
How awesome is this? Welcome to Carlton Gorge. This is awesome.
Oh mate, little piece of heaven.
How good is it, he says.
Little piece of heaven.
That's the wording of the day. How good is it? Woo! Sorry, Harry, you can't be here. We'll come see you soon, mate. Damn, he's missing out, eh? So's Torbs. Someone's got to look after him. Feel kind of a little bit bad, but what can we do?
Rubbish. No, you don't.
Boat to boat.
Beer o'clock?
Yes, yes, well past beer o'clock.
I think we're overdue, aren't we? One from Navs. What are you having, Ronny? When the locals are taking selfies, you know it's a good place. Eh?
He's going for the calendar, eh?
Oh, Jesus.
Work it.
Work it!
Work it, mate. Work it.
Awesome backyard. This is ridiculous.
Not bad, eh?
Mate, envious as hell.
Forever grateful, eh?
And guys, you seriously got to come to the Kimberley. These places, I didn't even know this existed. Like, this is in their backyard. These big water holes we've gone to. I mean, we did come at a bad time of the year. It was stinking hot. We pushed through a lot of heat. There was a couple of times it was a hard slog. So I wouldn't recommend coming this time of the year, but I would recommend getting here. And for us, it was a bloody awesome experience. All the people we met, all the personalities. Caught up with Sally, John and Manny from Doon Doon. They showed us their back country. They gave us an Indigenous experience, which was just unreal. Scratched the surface. Coming back for more, guarantee it. And then catching up with Benny, Nav, the cowboy, the Australian cowboy, and Danny, guy flying a drone, who's now on his way back on a boat with Harry and Torben. So unfortunately, they didn't get to come here, but they definitely experienced the Kimberley at the hottest time of the year. Swimming pool at the lower Ord River. I don't think anyone else has done that, so it's it's been an epic trip. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we are looking forward to coming back, and I reckon we'll be back after wet season. We want to see the Kimberley in its true wetness with a slightly less, a more tolerable temperature. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this series, and let's all wish Harry luck. I'm out of beer, guys.
Woo! We both are.
We better run back, eh?
Beer run.
Beer run. How good is it?
It's 000. Your call is being connected. Emergency police on the line.
Ambulance, please.
Sure, what state is down as the emergency in?
Kununurra, Western Australia.
Don't move around unless it's absolutely necessary. Just be still and wait for help to arrive.
It's a boat ramp, don't know the road name.
Alright, so just keep the thing there that you're the Kununurra behind.
Do you want me to lift you up now? Yeah.
Tell me what's coming.
Down.
Okay, the window.